Coach Lars Andersson, after a big win today, this was the first time you guys have been really tested in conference. Talk a little bit about the resiliency of your side to come back from behind 1-0.
Well, I think, we've had 2 games in a row now that maybe we haven't had our best performances. Starting with the Lander game where we had, we were winning 1-0 at half, but we clearly weren't the better team in the first half. Now, Lander game, I thought we were the better team in the second half, even though we never could kill the game off. We couldn't get a second goal. Today, we were not the better team in the first half again. And really, we weren't the better team in the first 15 minutes of the second half. But I think the kids showed tremendous resilience. When we got scored on, I saw that the captains gathered the players, and what was said there will remain between the players. I'm not going to ask, but I would imagine it was something along the lines of, this is not good enough. We are better than this, and we're going to find a way. And I think if you could be on our bench when we equalized with Naomi's goal, I think you could sense that this team isn't looking to come away with a draw. We were then looking to win the game, and you could sense that it was coming. I do not mean to disrespect Lees-McRae in any shape, form, or fashion. They had a great game plan, and for probably 55, 60 minutes of the game, they were the better team. But soccer, football is a funny game that way, in that it isn't always the better team that wins. In this case, I think we showed more resilience in the end, and we, quite frankly, just weren't not going to win the game. And I'm extremely proud of the team for that.
It was one of those games where the stat line, you're completely outshooting Lees-McRae, you have more corner kicks, but overall, the way the game goes, it was a very even game throughout. What adjustments did you make at the half to try and get back?
Well, really, we made some adjustments at the start of the second half. We came out with the same lineup, and sometimes this is not an individual player not being good enough. It's a matter of sometimes the matchup isn't right, and I own the fact that the team didn't start off as well as I'd hoped. We had to make some changes. We have one of our players missing today due to family issues, and I want to make it crystal clear that we, within our program, family always comes first, and we gave her permission to leave, and she's going to be away as long as she needs to be away. So that wasn't the issue. We're good enough to win without a player or 2 players, regardless of who they are. And I own the fact that I didn't get the setup right, and we had to make some changes. And it's not individual players not being good enough. It's a matter of the matchup wasn't right, and I didn't get the chess game right. Lees-McRae had it right, and we had to change some of the pieces around. And I think the last 30 minutes of the game, I felt like we were the better team, and we were able to draw a level and then finish off the game and win it 2-1.
Yeah, so Ashley had the great play to set up Naomi for that first goal to tie things up, and then talk a little bit about Anna Grosheim to kind of do it herself and get that second goal to score the game winner.
Well, I think Anna is one of the most competitive people I know. She is probably the player who places the greatest expectation on herself. She I think, internalizes the pressure, and she thrives on that. And great players step up in great moments. She was an All-America last year. She is a goal scorer, and we needed a goal, and she took it upon herself to just drive inside and have a look and bury one, and I'm not surprised. Anna is a player who lives for the big moment. She can handle constructive criticism. She took a couple of ill-advised shots early in the second half, and we got onto her a little bit, and she's not a player then who goes and hides in the game. She answers the bell, and she did. We barked at her a little bit, and she comes back and scores the game winner. She's an amazing leader. She's an amazing captain and an incredible soccer player, and she is the kind of player that's always going to step up in big moments.
Yeah, I'm talking about big moments. You had Chiara at the end there with that huge save with a minute to go. How is it as a keeper when after that first goal from Lees-McRae, there was a long stretch without Chiara being tested at all. So to come in and make that save with a minute after being cold for a while, what did that do for the team?
Well, I actually spoke to Cece after the semifinal win against North Greenville last year, where she basically didn't have anything to do the entire night, and then she made a massive save with about 15 minutes left in the game. Same against Lander. She didn't have a lot to do, and then she came up with 2 huge saves in the last 15-20 minutes of the game. That's a sign of a great keeper. A keeper, Gina Ryan had that. Whitney Beverly, who's in our Hall of Fame and who's an All-America, had that. Keepers who are able to just stay active in the game, stay focused, even if they're not that involved. And obviously there was a miscue, and we left the player on a cross. Absolutely, I mean, it was a free header from 5-6 yards out, and she makes a massive save. I mean, that would have felt absolutely horrid if we had given up an equalizer with 60 seconds left in the game. Instead, she makes a huge save, and basically the game is over from there. So, you know, that again, sign of a champion athlete who can step up at the big moments and who can stay focused. So when she is counted on, we know that she's going to be there for us.
Yeah, big second half, big way to close it, and a big win for you guys. So 4-0 in conference. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.